Good morning to all. Today's topic is describing words. It means adjectives. We are going to discuss about adjectives in this lesson. So, let us learn the objectives of this lesson. The first objective is learning about adjectives, the different types of adjective. What is the definition of adjective? um, how and when the adjectives are used. All these things we are going to discuss in this lesson. The second objective is identifying the adjectives. You must be able to locate the adjectives in a passage, in a paragraph, in a lesson, in a speech, etc. And the third objective is using adjectives correctly, purposefully, enhancing the meaning of the sentence. So, these are the objectives of this lesson. These adjective describing words are very important because we describe things, we describe places, we describe people, and description of objects, persons, things, and people is very important in day to day communication. Day to day communication is incomplete, almost incomplete, without this description of uh, the things. Now, describing the objects, describing the process is also important for a student. The student has to describe different objects in the laboratories and the process involved in doing the experiments and all these things. One has to use the adjectives. Pre-reading activity. Some questions are given in pre-reading activity. So the answers to these questions are adjectives. Is your friend tall or short? Is your friend tall or short? Tall is adjective, short is adjective. The answer is my friend is tall or my friend is short. Next, how else does your friend look? How does your friend look? My friend is handsome. My friend is beautiful. My friend is smart. So all these words, handsome, beautiful, smart, all these words are adjectives. Again, the answer to this question is uh, essentially we used adjectives. What sort of person is he or she? It means your friend. What sort of person is your friend? So, for this, the answer we give, we use adjectives. But the answer to this question is his character, his personality, his mentality, his mindset, his behavior, his conduct, his outlook. All these things come under this answer. What sort of a person is your friend? My friend is cordial. My friend is affectionate. My friend is helpful. My friend is sincere. My friend is hardworking person. My friend is disciplined. My friend is honest. So all these words are adjectives. So these pre-reading activity questions are given to elicit adjectives from the student. So the teacher asks these questions and the student obviously gives answer. That answer contains adjectives. Next comes to degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison. Degrees of comparison refers to adjectives being written in different forms to compare one, two, or more nouns, which are words describing words, places, and things. The three forms of comparison are the positive degree, the comparative degree, and the superlative degree. In the positive degree, the positive is the form of the adjective that describes a person, a thing, or a place, and no comparison is made. The comparative form of the adjective compares two persons, two things, two nouns, two places, two groups, etc. Here, the comparison comes. Next, the superlative degree. The superlative form of the adjective compares more than two, compares one person with the group, one thing with the group. So it is comparison. Comparison is there, but the comparison is between one person to the group related to that person, one thing and the group related to that thing. So this is the use of positive, comparative, and superlative. So adjectives are used in 3 degrees: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. In positive degree, we don't make any comparison, just we describe the quality or qualities of that person, place, thing, objects, etc. That could be known. That place is known, that person's name is known. Okay. In comparative degree, we compare two persons, two things, two objects, two places, etc. In superlative degree, we compare one person with the group, one object with the group of objects, one thing with the group of things. So here, see the examples of positive degree. Some examples are given, and in these examples, that adjective in positive degree is used. The house is big. Big is adjective in positive degree. He is a tall student. Tall is an adjective in positive degree. The flower is beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective in positive degree. He is an intelligent boy. Intelligent is an adjective in positive degree. Next comes comparative degree. In comparative degree, we made comparison between two things, two persons. For example, this house is bigger than that one. Here, bigger is an adjective in comparative degree. So, next we use superlative degree when we compare one person with the whole group. For example, Peter is the smartest boy in the class. Smartest is adjective in superlative degree. We compared Peter with his class. Comparison is made between one student and the class. Iron is the most useful of all metals. Most useful is an adjective in superlative degree. Alice is the prettiest girl in the neighborhood. The prettiest is an adjective in superlative degree. So here Peter is compared with his class. That's why superlative degree is used. Comparison is made between a student and his class. In the second example, the comparison is made between one metal with all metals. Iron is the most useful of all metals. In the third example, Alice is the prettiest girl in the neighborhood. The comparison is made between one girl with the entire neighborhood. So here comparison is made between one girl with the group. So in such cases we use superlative degree. So here before the superlative degree we are using the definite article the smartest, the most useful, the prettiest. So these are the adjectives in superlative degree. We used the definite article the before the adjective in superlative degree. Now see the formation of degrees of comparison. Let us see how the adjectives in positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. I read the adjectives: high, higher, highest; bold, bolder, boldest; kind, kinder, kindest; sweet, sweeter, sweetest; thick, thicker, thickest. I am reading some adjectives that are not given in the slide PPT. Able, abler, ablest; pure, purer, purest; noble, nobler, noblest; rare, rarer, rarest; sad, sadder, saddest; fat, fatter, fattest; slim, slimmer, slimmest; easy, easier, easiest; holy, holier, holiest; merry, merrier, merriest; heavy, heavier, heaviest; beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful; little, less, least; charming, more charming, most charming. Here you can observe three things. One is to change an adjective from positive degree to comparative degree. Generally we are adding er: high, higher, highest; bold, bolder; kind, kinder; sweet, sweeter. Just we are adding er. To change an adjective from positive degree to superlative degree, we are adding est: highest, boldest, kindest, sweetest, thickest, ablest, purest, noblest, rarest, saddest, fattest, slimmest. So we are adding est. So that is in superlative degree. This is one aspect of positive, comparative, superlative degrees. This is possible when the adjective in positive degree is uh, the letters in the adjective are less in number. Okay, if the adjective has more letters, the way of changing that adjective into comparative degree is more beautiful, charming, more charming, handsome, more handsome, useful, more useful, like that. In the superlative degree, we add most beautiful, most useful, most handsome, most charming. In this way, we change into comparative and superlative degrees. So, in comparative degree, we add more. In superlative degree, we add most. Right? And the third one uh, is irregular adjective. Good is in positive degree, better is in comparative degree, best is in superlative degree. Good, better, best. In the same way, little, less, least. So, rules for changing the degrees of comparison. An adjective without comparison is said to be in positive degree. Without comparison, we don't make any comparison in positive degree. For example, Gopi is clever. The rose is a beautiful flower. Clever is adjective. Beautiful is adjective. So here we don't make any comparison, right? Come to activity 1. Read this passage and identify the adjectives used in this passage. For example, I read the passage for you. Just listen the passage and try to note down the adjectives used in this passage. A big smile, a few tears shed, a gentle hug, happy parents, excited grandparents, a softly crying little bundle of joy. That is why I have chosen my family as best family in the world. A big smile, a few tears shed, a gentle hug, happy parents, excited grandparents, a softly crying little bundle of joy. That is why I have chosen my family as best family in the world. So, the adjectives used in this passage are big, big is adjective, few, gentle, happy, excited, soft, little, joy, best. These are the adjectives used in this passage. Next, second passage. I read the passage. After listening to the passage, identify the adjectives in the passage. There were 5 men. The first was tall and thin. He had a square face with blue eyes and curly fair hair. The second was short and fat with a roundish face and short, straight, dark hair. The third was a medium build. I didn't see his face, but he had longish dark hair. The fourth man was quite thin, medium height. He had a long, thin face with a big nose. His hair was dark and curly and he had a mustache and a beard. The last man was short and plumpish, with very short blonde hair. I didn't see his face, but I remember his ears. They were very, very big. I read the passage again and you note down the adjectives. There were 5 men. The first was tall and thin. He had a square face with blue eyes and curly fair hair. The second was short and fat with a roundish face and short, straight, dark hair. The third was a medium build. I didn't see his face, but he had longish, dark hair. The fourth man was quite thin, medium height. He had a long, thin face with a big nose. His hair was dark and curly, and he had a mustache and a beard. The last man was short and plumpish, with very short blonde hair. I didn't see his face, but I remember his ears. They were very big. So, in this passage, you have to identify the adjectives. So, let us see what are the adjectives in this uh, tall, thin adjectives, square face, square adjective, blue adjective, curly adjective, fair adjective, short, fat adjective, roundish adjective, short, straight, dark adjectives, uh, longish adjective, dark adjective. The fourth was thin adjective, long adjective, big adjective, dark curly adjectives, short plumpish adjectives, blonde adjective, big adjective. These are the adjectives. Now let us come to the different kinds of adjectives. There are different kinds of adjectives: adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, demonstrative adjectives, interrogative adjectives, adjectives of number, proper adjectives, exclamatory adjectives, emphasizing adjectives. Now discuss one by one. Adjectives of quality. Adjective of quality. Adjective of quality is so called because it shows the quality of a noun. For example, Mother Teresa is a kind lady. Kind is adjective. That is a red flower. Red is adjective. Himalaya is a high mountain. High is adjective. Bombay is populated city. Populated is an adjective. So here the adjectives are giving the quality of the person or the place or the thing. That's why they are called uh, adjective of quality. It shows the quality of a noun, sometimes pronoun also. Next, adjective of quantity. Adjective of quantity indicates how much of a thing is meant. Example, I want some food. Some is adjective of quantity. That man has enough money. Enough is an adjective of quantity. Bhima eats much rice. Much is an adjective of quantity. There is less water in the cup. Less is an adjective of quantity. So, adjective of quantity indicates how much of a thing is meant. I want some rice. That man has enough money. Bhima eats much rice. There is less water in the cup. So, some, enough, much, less, these are adjectives of quantity. Next, third category is demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective points out the person's place and thing. For example, this book is mine. I want that pen. He took those books. This book is mine. Mine is demonstrative adjective. I want that pen. That is demonstrative adjective. He took those books. Those is demonstrative adjective. The fourth category is interrogative adjective. Interrogative adjective asks question qualifying the noun. So they are used as questioning words. They are called interrogative adjectives. Which book is yours? What is your name? Whose pen is this? Which, what, whose? These are interrogative adjectives. Adjective of number. This indicates how many persons, places, or things are meant. We have 2 hands. 2 is adjective of number. Sunday is the first day in the week. First is an adjective. Few cats take bath. Few is adjective. So, adjective of number indicates how many persons, places, things are meant. Next, proper adjective. Proper adjectives are those which are formed from proper nouns. For example, the Indian tea, the Turkish towel, an English people, an American soldier, like that. These are proper adjectives. Next comes exclamatory adjectives. Exclamatory adjectives are those which indicate exclamation. What a blessing! What an idea! So, here in these sentences, what is exclamatory adjective? Next, eighth one, emphasizing adjectives. Emphasizing adjectives are those which are used to lay the stress on certain nouns. Stress or emphasis on certain nouns. I saw a star falling down with my own eyes. This is the very man who murdered the poor woman last night. So these are the emphasizing adjectives. Next activity. Next activity is some adjectives are given and some sentences are given with blanks. So you have to fill the blanks with suitable adjectives given in the list. So select suitable adjectives from given below and fill the blanks. The adjectives are heavy, neither, faithful, few, red, cold, several, every, great, hearty, long, glorious, second, small, royal. These are the adjectives. So you have to fill the adjectives in the blanks properly, appropriately. The car sustained dash damage in the accident. The car sustained dash damage in the accident. The car sustained heavy damage in the accident. He has written dash stories. He has written several stories. A dog is very faithful to its master. A dog is very dash to its master. A dog is very faithful to its master. Dash man has his duties. Dash man has his duties. Every man has his duties. Every man has his duties. He is a man of dash words. He is a man of dash words. He is a man of few words. He is a man of few words. Dash party is quite in the right. Neither party is quite in the right. Neither party is quite in the right. I like a dash shirt. I like a dash shirt. I like a red shirt. I like a red shirt. The way was dash. The wind was dash. The way was long and the wind was cold. The way was long, the wind was cold. John won the dash prize. John won the dash prize. John won the second prize. John won the second prize. Abhimanyu died a dash death. Abhimanyu died a dash death. Abhimanyu died a glorious death. Abhimanyu died a glorious death. Next, a dash leak is enough to sink a great ship. A dash leak is enough to sink a great ship. A small leak is enough to sink a great ship. A small leak is enough to sink a great ship. Next one. King Francis was a dash king and loved a dash sport. King Francis was a great king and loved a royal sport. And loved a royal sport. I read all the sentences with the adjectives. The car sustained heavy damage in the accident. He has written several stories. The dog is a faithful to its master. Every man has his duties. He is a man of few words. Neither party is quite in the right. I like a red shirt. The way was long and the wind was cold. John won the second prize. Abhimanyu died a glorious death. A small leak is enough to sink a great ship. King Francis was a great king and loved a royal sport. Next activity. So from the same adjectives, you have to identify uh, the categories, different categories of adjectives. You have seen that there are different kinds of adjectives or describing words. Now you have to categorize the adjectives given by identifying the common feature and list them below. What are the adjectives? Faithful, cold, great, royal, glorious, hearty, small, long, heavy, red, neither, second, every, few, several. So you have to categorize them according to the quality, size, color, amount, number. Let us see the adjectives of quality. Faithful, it is a quality. Cold, great, royal, glorious, hearty. These are the adjectives of quality. Next, adjectives of size, quantity. Small, long, heavy. Next, adjectives related to color. Red. Next, adjectives related to amount. Second, every, neither. Next, adjectives related to number. Few, several. So in this way we categorize these adjectives. So this is the first lesson in adjectives. Let us have a recap of this lesson. In the first place, we listed out the objectives, learning about adjectives, identifying adjectives, using adjectives correctly, etc. These are all objectives. In the pre-reading activity, some questions are given, and the answers to these questions, the answers contain adjectives. And there are 3 degrees of adjectives: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. Positive degree is used to describe a person, a place, a thing. In positive degree, we don't make any comparison, we just describe. The comparative degree is used to describe two persons, two things, two places, etc. Here the comparison is made between two persons, two places, or two things. In such cases, we use comparative degree. Next, superlative degree is used to compare one person with a group, one thing with a group, one place with a group of places, one thing with a group of things, etc. Here the comparison, we made a comparison, but the comparison is between one person, one place, one thing, one object with the group. Next, we have seen some Generally, we change an adjective into comparative degree by adding er. We change into superlative degree by adding est. Then, if the adjective is long, if it has more syllables, more than one syllable, in comparative degree we use more. In superlative degree we use most. There are some irregular adjectives. Their formation is different. They are different in all three degrees: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. In positive degree, for example, good, better, best. Good is positive degree, better is comparative degree, best is superlative degree. Good, better, best. So this is the way of changing. I have given a list. Then in the first activity, we identified adjectives in the given passage. Adjectives like big, few, gentle, happy, excited, soft, little, joy, best, etc. In the activity 2, again we identified some adjectives in the passage. This is the passage in activity 2. The adjectives in this passage are 5 as adjective. First adjective, tall adjective, thin adjective, square adjective, blue adjective, curly adjective, fair adjective, second adjective, short adjective, fat adjective, roundish adjective, short, dark adjectives, third adjective, longish adjective, dark adjective, fourth adjective, quiet adjective, medium adjective, long adjective, big adjective, dark adjective, curly adjective, short adjective, plumpish adjective. So these are the adjectives used in this passage. We should be able to identify the adjectives in the given passage. Next, different kinds of adjectives we discussed. Adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, demonstrative adjectives, interrogative adjectives, adjectives of number, proper adjectives, exclamatory adjectives, emphasizing adjectives, etc. So we discussed each category with examples. Next, in activity 3, we fill the blanks with appropriate adjectives given in the form of a list. A list is given. From that list, we have to select the more suitable adjective and fill in the blanks. So in this way we have filled almost 12 sentences. Next, in the same adjectives, we categorized them into adjectives of quality, adjectives of size, adjectives of color, adjectives of amount, adjectives of number. In this way we have categorized and we identified and we put them in that category. So this is the lesson. Adjectives are describing words, the first part of the lesson. So adjectives we generally use in day-to-day English. Without adjectives, the conversation is almost incomplete. In parts of speech, adjectives play a very important role because we use them to describe nouns. Whatever the noun may be, it may be a thing, a place, a person, an object, whatever may be. So, adjectives are describing words that you have to remember. Thank you.